person must learn how to drive. You must learn how to drive. Have you not been doing all the time? You go to school. Did you hang on to a school teacher for the rest of your life? You learnt engineering, learnt medicine, learnt architecture, learnt your whatever, law, physics, chemistry, whatever. Come back and make your life according to your teaching. Only in religion you have to look at the boy's face throughout your life. For what? What are you wasting your time for? Learn the thing, use it, and be a happy person in life. So it's very, very important to appreciate that in this teaching, neither the God is given importance nor the world is given importance. You are given the importance. But when you are given the importance, it does not mean you are given importance at the cost of the world or the God or the totality. No. When you appreciate yourself, your appreciation of God is complete. When you appreciate yourself, you learn how to handle this creation beautifully. Because you are the beginning and the end of the riddle. There is nothing beyond you. Please appreciate. So that is why adhikari, you have to be an adhikari, a qualified person who should understand as to what is that something I want in life. Because from the childhood onwards, the immediate problem takes over. Hunger takes over, naturally takes over. Disease takes over. So you have to fight this hunger, fight this disease. But once we have fought it out, we are in a relatively safe position. Now better watch out. Okay, I could cure the disease, but what about death? And when I say death, it is not death of only body, death of a relationship. Your body dies only once. Long before your body dies, how many times you are dead inside? Fighting with your friend, fighting with your husband, fighting with your wife, fighting with your... Everybody. How many times you are dying emotionally? So, what shall I do? I have cured the disease, taken care of the hunger of the body, but the hunger of the mind seems to be never ending. The disease of the mind, the disease called the death, how do I get out of it? For that you have to discover deathlessness, absolute satisfaction in yourself, so that your hunger of the mind goes away. Just, why is it so? Just a little, I have told you, but again I am repeating that. Hunger of the mind, please appreciate. Hunger of the body can be satisfied with tangible food. Think it again, huh? Hunger of the body can be satisfied with the tangible, the food that you can touch. An apple, roti, bread, rice, vegetable. You cannot think of food to satisfy your hunger, can you? Can you think of food to satisfy your hunger? If you think of food, your hunger will be more. The hunger is at the body level and it needs food of the gross kind. Are you getting that point? Thought of the food cannot satisfy the gross hunger. Okay? To satisfy gross hunger, you need gross food. Now, your desire for achieving everything in life, is it a hunger at the gross level or the thought level? Subtle level. So you cannot satisfy the subtle hunger by the gross object. As even thought of the food cannot satisfy the hunger of the body, hunger of the stomach. The object outside cannot satisfy the hunger of your mind. His hunger is desires, more and more and more. That is why, how many desires you have fulfilled? And how many are still left out? The more you satisfy, the desire keeps coming up. Are you getting that? Very nicely Mahabharata says, Najatu kama kamanam upabhogyena samyadi Habisha krishnavartmaiva bhuya eva parivardate avivardate. Najatu, never indeed, the desires can be satisfied by fulfilling it. The more you satisfy it, the more desires come up. Like you want to douse extinguish the fire by pouring ghee. The more ghee you pour, bigger the conflagration. The more desire you satisfy, the more you want to satisfy. Never ending. Because no gross object can satisfy this subtle hunger. That is why you can be richer than the richest man in the world, still you can be empty, mind a bottomless pit. So to satisfy that subtle hunger, you need something subtle. The satisfaction itself, your nature. That is why you go to yourself. Na snanena danena pranayama satena va. Neither by charity, nor by giving up this, or by doing this activity, secular religious practices, your emptiness will not go away. You have to find yourself. Tasmat, he says, so many ways are desha kalupadya sakarana santi, there are ways to support you. Ataha vichara kartabhya jigyaso atmavastuna. Jigyasu is desirous of knowing this truth. As to knowing myself, who I am, which satisfies your hunger of the mind, takes away the disease called death, because you are immortality itself. So that must be questioned. Atmavastuna vichara kartabhya. Enquiry must be undertaken to know about one's own self by the jigyasu. Jigyasu means gyātum ichhu, one is desirous of knowing himself. How should he do that? Samasadya gurum, daya sindhum gurum, brahmavidutamam. Samasadya, approaching a teacher. What type of teacher? Daya sindhum gurum, a teacher who is ocean of compassion. The teacher is very angry, nutcut. Suppose the teacher is very, what? Short-tempered. If you ask a question second time, get out. Little you don't understand, the fellow doesn't know what to do. Himself doesn't understand anything. Suppose, imagine, you know where from the compassion comes? When you know the truth for yourself, but you appreciate the incapacity of the other person. Have you ever taught a child? For you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, counting 10 is so easy. But you tell your child what he says, 1, 2, 3, 4, but by habit you will say 1, 3, the 2 he jumps. So do you get angry and hit the 2-year-old? Rather you enjoy. Count, 1, 3, see. He is making a mistake. Are you getting that? When he is making a mistake, you enjoy. Why? That is child. But if he is 5-year-old and says 1, 2, 3, shut up. So in the beginning stages of the learning, the teacher must have enormous compassion and patience. Why? Because children. 50-year-old baby has come to learn. 70-year-old baby has come to learn. 40-year-old, 30-year-old, 20-year-old baby has come to learn. Hey, Swami, why do you say baby? Arey bhai, it's like any language. Just because you're 50-year-old, can you learn a new language just like that, without alphabet? Any language you learn, you start ABCD, no? So, Atma, the subject about yourself, also is a language. And the ABCD must be learnt. What is a gross body, what is a subtle body, what is a causal body, what is desire. Everything must be learned. That is the alphabet. So when you are learning, sometimes you may find it difficult. But it is easy. Why? Because the scripture takes into account your experience while teaching it. Shruti, Yukti, Anubhava. The scripture declares something which logically is substantiated, taking into account your experience. We need the scripture, a teacher to tell me, I am the absolute, I am the happiness. I don't need a scripture to tell you I am stupid. It must be logically substantiated, established. And while establishing that, it must take into account human experiences, anubhav. That is why it becomes easier. So the teacher does it.